What's going on, everybody? I hope you're having an amazing day. It's wrapping up. We're just wrapping this up too. I want to share some stuff with you today. I'm really excited. Jennifer's going to be jumping on here in a little bit, and we'll get going with what she has to teach. But first of all, can you hear me? I got these new earbuds from Pamu. I got them off of Indiegogo. They came really highly reviewed. Let me know how they sound. Do they sound okay? Can you hear me? Or are you still hearing me through the thing? Let me know. But I'm fired up. I'm really ready to rock this thing. So much going on. I've been studying ClickFunnels. I've been studying network marketing. I've been studying marketing. So many things going on right now, and it is all good, man. It is all really, really good stuff. Drop shipping's on the table as well. I'm just doing a ton of stuff. Work is going really, really well with engineering. Things are just happening left and right all over the place, and it's just a good time. It's just a really, really good time. What's up, Jason, my man? How are you doing? All right. Hey, Jennifer Powers is here. I can't wait for you guys to hear from her. She is going to crush it tonight. I hit the bring on camera button, Jen. I'm hoping that you got the invite. I don't think you did, though. Here we go. New phone. Hey. Approve. Okay. Adding. All right, here we go. Now we're getting somewhere. It's still adding. It's thinking about it. Hey.
Hi.
I'm so excited these earbuds work. I've been doing lives like left and right, and my earbuds haven't worked until I got these new ones, and I'm so pumped they work. How are you?
I'm good. I'm jealous because my AirPods, Airbuds, whatever they're called, have been missing now for like a month and a half. So I keep having to untangle all these old school, like, these dudes.
Yeah.
Anyway, what's up?
How you doing, man?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm fired up, Jen. I'm really fired up. Things are going so great.
I know you are.
We've got so many things going on, and it's just so much fun to just kind of balance everything and to just watch it all grow and explode. And I'm so thankful that you're such an integral part of it. So thank you very much for all that you're doing and to be a part of that. You're the best.
Oh, anytime.
Wow, that was bright.
You're I know this is like on like 10% brightness. This gigantic ring thing is, whoo, it's crazy. Can you hear
got
me
one
okay?
of the big, yeah, I can hear you.
Yes, it's not like that Diva light, but it's another one that's gigantic. But yeah, I mean, like, look at this thing. I can't. I'm blind.
Yeah, no,
I
turned mine down too. Yeah, I had to white balance it before I got on. It is what it is.
Nice.
I have so many questions for you, and I want you to. Cool. And I know I sent you a list of things we were going to talk about. We're not going to talk about any of those things.
Well, it's funny because I don't remember. I don't even know where the list went. So that's
awesome.
All good. So
awesome.
Let's just wing it.
I want you to be raw and honest with everybody tonight. It's the end of the day. No, and that's why I'm asking these questions particularly to you, because I know I will get no bullshit, straight answers right out of Jen's mouth. So listen, I want to help people overcome where they're at, right? Like, we got to help people. We got to help this industry of network marketing because there's so much hype and ridiculous bullshit going on that people are getting sucked into things and it's not working out, and it's just muddying the water for all of us, right?
Truth.
What was like your biggest aha moment that made network marketing click for you, where you went, oh shit, I can do this?
When did it all click? You know what? It was like kind of early on. I mean, the first exposure, my first rodeo time doing this, it was August 14th, I think it was my 5-year to date in this industry. So half a decade. And I think it literally was my first paycheck. I swear to God. I mean, I got into it. Everybody gets into this industry in all different ways. And mine, I wasn't really looking for anything. It was a whole different, I wasn't seeking anything. It kind of fell in my lap. But from just having fun, meeting new people, having conversations, and then that very first paycheck, my last company I only got paid once a month. And so when that first paycheck came, I was like, what? Like, I didn't feel like I was working. Like, I was just having fun and enjoying it. And I think that was the beautiful part for me. Like, I know that some people go into this industry and they're like, I need the money. And I have mad respect for that, because I've been on both sides. Like, I've had money, I've not had money. I get it. But at that time, when I was first introduced, I wasn't in a place where I was, really needing the cash. I was totally different situation than what I had gone through in the last 5 years. And so, but it's still either way, like when you can have fun and you do something and you're providing value and you have something really great that you can share and that can help people. And then you get a paycheck reward for that. And you're like, oh wait, this is what it's like to have your own business. This is what it's like to actually make money doing something that you love.
Right.
So it was really quick for me. I was kind of lucky like that. But I know other people, it takes some time. I think, okay, to better answer that, when I really saw the massive wealth potential, when I started to grow a team and I started to see duplication happening. So without my active involvement at all, when you first get your first couple partners, it's exciting, but you don't really get it and you don't get the power and the magnitude of it until you start to see like bunnies, like duplication like crazy. And you're like, I didn't actually have anything to do with that. And look what's happening. Like I went from a team of 1 to 10 to 100 to 200 to 500. And you're like, what's going on? This is crazy. So when I started to really look at the numbers and I'm like, well, crap, like this is legit. This is awesome. Because everybody's having fun. Everyone's winning. Everyone's making money. That's a good thing. It's a good feeling.
Such a good feeling. Absolutely.
It is.
What's up, Delton? Hey, okay. So what is one habit that you've developed in this industry that has helped you the most? What's the number one habit that you've had to develop? I'm giving you the hard ones tonight, Jen.
I mean,
no softballs tonight.
Dude.
No softballs tonight.
I mean, oh my God, like I have to pick one that is, I'm like a Libra. I don't make decisions. I'm not an indecisive person. This is like, we don't do this. God, the number one lesson, is that what it was? Number one lesson.
Number one habit.
Number one habit. Okay.
Habit. What are things that you do on a daily basis that have made you successful?
I truthfully, if I really had to say the number one thing, it's practicing gratitude every day. And I know that sounds, I would like to say like the habits that I've developed, which would be, I don't balance doesn't exist, time management doesn't exist, but the good success habits that I've formed have been everything from respecting and honoring my time and my commitments and the boundaries that I've set. And then also, practicing my getting in personal development and all this. But if I were to really say the number one habit, and it goes down from the fact that I try to donate like 10% of my income every year to really just like waking up every day. And I practice with my son. Like we're driving to school. I mean, he's not in school yet next week, but
thank God, right?
I know. But like seriously, this is the stuff that like really fires me up because like, I mean, this is going to sound crazy. And I don't know if I've ever admitted this to anyone, but like, no matter where I am, if I come in my house, this is how silly it really is. But I do this gratitude thing on all extremes, on all levels. I will walk in my house, like in the summer, I would come in from running errands or working or meeting or whatever, come home and I'd be like, hey house, thanks so much for like giving me fresh air and coolness and air conditioning and whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds crazy. Like I'm the crazy lady that has conversations with like the non-existent, non-living things. But I mean, every morning, starting in the day and ending the day with gratitude, it's given me a lot more crap to be grateful for every single day. Like I'm getting more and more because I'm glad and grateful for what I have. I think everybody's so used to like, but I want this and I want more and I want more and gimme. Mm-hmm. And it's like when you really, and like even with my team, like with our team, it's like every conversation that I have with somebody, I always try, because I really do feel this way, but it's important to verbalize it and actually, vocal, say it. It's like, hey, I'm really grateful for you. Like, because I am. And so you really get in that habit and it's life-changing. It's business life-changing, but it's also like regular life, life-changing.
For sure.
Yeah.
Delton said writing things down helped him. And I completely agree, Delton, because one of the things I did to help, and it ties into what you were talking about with gratitude, is I spent like an hour just writing 100 things that I was grateful for, so that anytime I needed to think like, oh God, just things are so bad, I could just look at that list. And it's like 3 pages long of just like things that I'm thankful for, and it just helps so much. I love
see any comments. I love being a guest, but then I'm like, but I can't see any of the comments. I want to know.
So many people.
I want to join the conversation.
Okay, all right. Here we go. Next one. No softballs. Hardball questions. Fastball right down the middle.
Bring it on.
What's the one thing? Once again, Miss Libra. One thing you wish you had done differently.
God, Ben.
I know,
Jesus.
right?
All right. Okay. Wow. Okay. The one thing I wish that I had done differently. My God, these are like so hard. I really want to like think, and I'm sure whatever I answer, I'm going to go back and be like, wait, I actually thought of one better. That's
Sorry,
really
we'll,
true. But
we'll do another one later, and you
we'll
can
have to do
revise.
part 2.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. The one thing I wish I did, what was better, sooner? What was, how did you word
Differently,
it?
just differently.
Differently. Oh,
Yep.
see, there's even more vagueness.
I know,
all
right?
So,
What's up, Jody?
okay. All right. The one thing I wish I did differently.
Or even like top 2 or 3, if
right,
that
I know.
helps it make it easier for you.
It does help because I have a hard time with this. Okay, so I wish in the very beginning, I wish that I took more time. I spent more time with people. I love people, but I think when you're in a state of excitement, sometimes desperation, depending on who you are, and some you have a good heart, your heart's in the right place, but you just don't spend enough quality, because like this is a people business.
Right.
And if you don't spend quality, I mean, like, and I'm not just talking about business, and luckily our mentors that we have now that we both share, some of them, I mean, I've learned this even to a deeper extent, where it's just, when you have somebody come into your organization, yeah, they're coming into your business and you're both building your own business and it's business, but that's still a person, and that's still somebody that you really want to show the heart. Like, I actually care about you. I want to know about your kids. I want to know about your family. Like that matters to me. But I think sometimes in the beginning, especially when you're getting started out, you don't think like that. You think like, well, I don't want to waste your time. I want to talk to you about business, and I should help you with business, and that's what it should be about. So I wish differently, like in the very beginning. I don't do that now. You know, I pride myself on like having actual really good deep relationships with my team. But in the beginning, I wish I had known that. And I wish I spent a little bit more time developing those relationships. The other thing I wish I did differently was not be so damn hard on myself, which I'm still incredibly hard on myself. That might be the single mom thing, or just like my whole life. I mean, it's not true. I've always been hard on myself all the time.
I think achievers always are, right?
And that's true. But it serves no purpose, and it doesn't do it's no good. And so I wish I wish I did that differently.
Here we go. Grocery list.
I wish I did a lot of things differently. Like, I wish that I knew then what I know now. I wish my approach with other people, you know, like when you're in this industry, we all know those words. There's prospecting, there's recruiting, there's connecting, there's attracting, like all those buzzwords. Well, I do wish that, although we all have good intentions, I wish I knew a better way to start conversations and to have that. Now it's like no brainer. It's easy. But I also can't, I don't like to answer this question. Let me just say this. I have zero regrets. I live my life with zero regrets. So I don't really wish, I mean, I could have done things better, but like also I learned that way. So I don't really regret any of that. And maybe I don't really wish I did anything different. I don't know, you know, but I think those are things that I have, that I learned, that I improved on, and that have really made a huge difference where I am right now. So hopefully that answers something, you know.
I love it. I absolutely agree. And I think you're absolutely right about like not being so hard on ourselves and learning from these mistakes. I absolutely wish I had done a lot of things differently. I wish that, you know, we had made some different choices and didn't lose our house in the process and lose our business. Like, there's a lot of things that I wish I had done differently. But
I mean, if you were going to say non-business related, personal, I got a whole list of things that I wish.
No, that was all business related.
Yeah. Good. Because I'm like, let's not go down that rabbit hole, please. Let's not do that.
No. I absolutely wish that we had done some things differently in our businesses, because we wouldn't have failed, right? Like, but those failures like led me to where I am now, where I can look somebody in the eye and say, hey, I can do this, like, and you can too, and here's how we're going to do it together. And do that with confidence and not just fake it till you make it, but to actually believe what I'm saying. Because I'm not a fake it till you make it guy. I don't fake anything. I'm too lazy to fake.
I always say to people, like, faith it till you make it. Don't fake it till you make it. You have to have faith and belief in yourself. I mean, it's not, and faking it, like, maybe that worked a long time ago. That ain't working. People are getting smarter. They're like not as stupid as, you know, and you shouldn't have to fake it if you're not being authentic and you're like, you know, I don't know. I don't like that saying at all. So
yeah, authenticity is absolutely king right now. Everybody wants to have that authentic experience with whatever it is that they're interacting with, for sure.
Absolutely.
For sure. And I love that. I'm thankful for that. That's, like I said, like, I'm just not I'm ambitiously lazy. Like I will work really, really hard to not
Yeah.
have to do something. So
Sometimes that's all you need. That's like the fuel. Like, hey, I really don't want to be doing this anymore, so I'm going to bust my ass and I'm going to
just
make
to
it happen.
not do
And-
this.
And I think that faking it till you make it, like for some people that watch this, that like do like that, this is what I would encourage you to think. When you think of that, it should be fake your confidence. If you don't have confidence, like the thing is like when you're trying to become the next best version of yourself, or if you're trying to grow in business or whatever, you might be really like, I don't have the experience, I don't have the skill set, I don't have this, I don't have that, and then you don't have that confidence. And the truth is, you can get anywhere you want in life if you show up as this person of confidence, of posture, of of value. You really will get ahead. It's a matter of time. It's going to happen. So the only thing I would say, to go back to like fake it till you make it, fake your level of confidence. If you're going to fake anything, that's the only thing you should fake, because that actually does have truth to it. So that's, what I'll say about that.
Yeah, and work on your confidence, right? Like, I mean, that's not something
Of
you should
course.
have to, if you don't believe in you, then you really need to look in the mirror.
Why would anybody else?
Right. Yeah, you got to get that
Absolutely.
straight before anything else comes into play.
Absolutely.
So, absolutely.
Totally.
You're the best, Jen. You knocked them out
You're
of
the
the
best.
park. Knocked
That's it?
off those
Okay,
was
we
all
keep
my
going?
questions.
I'm just getting warmed up.
Oh,
I'm like,
all right. Hold on. I
man.
got more. Hold on. I got
I
more.
know. I know we try to keep them. I know we try to keep these short, but I'm just like, oh man, this is my last one of the night, and I'm like fired
All right.
up now.
I got more. I got lots more. Hold on. Let me pull them up here because I got them.
Yes.
I've written a bunch
it.
of questions that I want to do. Ask people.
I
So
love
if you're
it.
willing
Good.
then let's
Give me like
get
one or
into
two
it.
more for sure. Do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. This is a
love
good
this.
one. This is one of my favorite. What
Yeah.
is the biggest risk you have ever taken in this business?
In the business. Okay. I was gonna say, does it count when I
No.
swam with sharks, or like when I did this or that? Like, all
No.
right, okay.
In the business. We'll keep it in the business.
Okay. Is that the biggest risk?
I love these because it's like narrowing it down, and I just love watching your mind be like, "Shit, I can't pick one."
I mean, I've made so many risks. I'm like really thinking about that, because
Yeah.
I do practice what I preach. Like I know
Right.
that there's a lot of people out there that tell you what to do and they don't actually do what they're saying. I mean, the truth is like in this business, what is it? It's a people business, so we're always talking to people. So there's really, that's what's cool for anyone watching this who's not in this industry. Like if the scariest, most risky, crazy thing you'd ever have to do is talk to some big head honcho or something, like that's kind of so for me, I mean, I guess the first big, in my last company, I stayed mostly with my type of people in my level, or people that I knew, or people that, I don't know, I knew from 6 degrees of separation, but they were never like massive success stories. So I think like the biggest risk that I've taken in the last year or so has been completely going way far out of my box of comfort, way out of that bubble, and just going like, I'm a go big or go home type of person. So I don't know why I've never done it in the past, but like I really now, the biggest risk. I mean, I've made appointments with the COO of the Babies R Us of China, like through LinkedIn. And I've talked to these ridiculous people that are maybe make so much more money than I do, have tons more business experience, have so much more levels of success than I do. And I mean, I can't name them all, but I mean, that would be the biggest fear factor for me, that I've jumped through hurdles. And those are the risks that I've taken. I would say, because other than that, in this business, I mean, I put my name on the line, I put myself on the line, but that happens all the time, and,
Right.
and I'm good with that. When you believe in what you have, it's easy to do that. That's not really a risk, because you just, you have so much belief in it. But yeah, I guess it's that. I guess it's talking to like some major.
And how did it
big
go?
shots.
Like, what was that like? Like, what was that
Honestly, so
experience
awesome.
like? Yeah.
So awesome, because it's not, and this is what you got to realize too. It's like, this is not, you're not in this for you. You're in this, you are to a degree, but if you're really leading from a good place, and if you're really coming from a genuine place of like, hey, can I have a good conversation with you? Can I just meet you? Because it's really, this is what you got to realize. It's not about that person. If you go into this, like, I need that person, you're going in it from a hunting standpoint. Even if you don't think you are, you are. If you go into it like a conversation like, hey, I am a networker. I'm a professional networker. To me, that does not mean that you're the end all be all, or you're that specific, that only person that I'm interested in. I'm interested in getting to know you because of who you are, and then who the heck you know. If it ends up being you, amazing, right? But it's not really about that. It's about like, this person is a powerful, smart, intelligent, successful human being. I like to do business with those types of people. I know the attributes and the qualities that I look for. And so it's not, and that's good because it takes a lot of the pressure. There's no pressure. There should never be pressure. You should never be really scared on pins and needles. Like, oh my God, what are they going to say? You know,
Right.
there's so much pressure. It's not about that. It's like, this is exactly the type of person that I want as like an actual real life friend, or I actually want in my circle of influence, or I want because I see major value in what they're sharing. If I can connect someone else to this person to provide value to this other person, that's what this is about. So
Right.
once I shifted that in my head to being like, you know, this is literally about, it's the game of networking. It's like, it's a game, and it can be fun, and it can be like, hey, I'm not interested in, you know, self-promoting myself. I mean, I can, and I do sometimes, but it's appropriate. But it's like, overall, I would like to get to know you because I know that I know my own value and I know my own self-worth, but I also see what I see. And I think that you could be a really awesome person to have in my corner. And so if that ends up meaning that we get to work together in a tighter capacity for business, amazing, great. But if not, I'm still great. I just want a genuine, good relationship foundation that's built so that like down the road, you know, we'll see where that goes. If it goes anywhere, great. So, yeah, I mean, they went awesome. I mean, and even those like powerful people, they really have major respect when you're not a vulture and you're not attacking.
Right.
And they clearly, and you know, with some people it's intimidating because you do have to say like, here's who I am and here's what I've done. And, you know, and that can be scary for a lot of people. It was scary for me. But you have nothing to lose. Like, that's the thing. You have zero to lose and you have potential, so much to gain. So if you don't ever make the move and don't take the risk, you're never going to know. And I don't know. All the people that I've ever asked, what's your like regrets in life? They never say what they did. It's what they didn't do. I didn't talk to that person. I didn't fly on that trip. I didn't write the book. I didn't do this. I didn't do that. Like, why the hell not? You know? So
Right.
no time for that. We got no time for that.
We only got one shot at this. Let's get it done. Right. Like,
right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. I completely agree. Completely agree.
Exactly.
So let's talk a little bit about, like, you know, you mentioned business partners and knowing that you're bringing value to the table and you know the qualities and the attributes of the people that you are looking for to do business with. When you're considering another person as or business or whatever, what are the deal breakers for you? Like, what are things that like immediately red flags for you where you go, this is not a good fit? Because that's important. Because I think so many marketers out there are just like, I don't care. I just need a warm body in business.
I want the bodies.
I just need bodies. I just need numbers. It's a numbers game that everybody always, you know, that myth that goes on. You know, if I just talk to 20 people a day, I'll eventually get my, you know, however many you're looking for.
I'm going to say this, and I'm going to get a lot of haters from this, but if you're going for no, you're going nowhere. Okay. Like, that's just not what you want to do. That's basically teaching people to just get used to being rejected all the time, which doesn't give that person the ability to grow into that best version of themselves. It strips their confidence. It strips their belief. They get depressed, stressed, it's the quickest way to have somebody walk out the door and just be like, I give up on myself. This isn't working for me, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
So if you don't teach people like strategy and really growing themselves as a leader and then pinpoint the specific types of people that they want to work with and who they want to help, and you're doing them a disservice and an injustice. So, okay, hold on. What was the question?
What are the deal breakers?
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. I love this question. I love it because at one point, just like everybody, right? You're like, oh my God, I just want to grow. I want to make money. I want to help people. I want people in, and they're going to love me and love it and everything. And once I get them in the door, but it's like it's dating. Okay. You're not going to ask somebody to marry them on your first date. I sure hope not. And that's terrifying to think about. But, you know, and that's what this is. And this is the part that I'm going to answer the question, but I want to say that, like, when somebody joins your business, they didn't join you yet. Like, they joined you, and that's where the dance begins. Like, that's the first day. That's still not the marriage, because to me, it's like, wait till a year is into this relationship, now propose to me, right? Like, or something like that. So even though they're in your business, you're still dating them for an entire year. So if you get them in and you neglect to build that relationship, don't expect that to be fruitful and like duplicate and grow like wildfire. It's not going to happen. So that's where the whole relationship piece comes in. And that's where you really have to love people the most and really guide them and be there for them. And if you're not doing that, you know, whatever. So what I look for, what I cut, a deal breaker for me, if, are we talking about because this can go both ways, before they join me or even after, because I'll answer this both ways, because this is the other thing. You go where your time is most valued. If you don't value and prioritize your time and have boundaries, that's another recipe for disaster. So if I'm doing the tango of having a conversation and you're not in my organization yet, a deal breaker for me is if it's good if you it's really about the energy of the language, because I'm good with people that are skeptical. Like, that's fine. And I love a challenge, and I love the questions, and I love wait, why am I hearing an echo right now? Do you hear an echo?
No.
Oh, that's so weird. Okay, hold on, let me unplug.
It might.
Okay.
Now
Better.
I heard it.
Okay. So, okay, you did?
Just for a second.
Is it gone?
Whatever you did, yeah, it's fine.
Is it gone?
Yeah, it's
okay.
gone.
Oh, it was really weird. That happened to me earlier on 2 lives. Anyway, if you're gonna come at me and like asking questions is good, but coming at if I sense like major negativity, if I sense that you are, if you're going at this like, yeah, sure, I'll give it a shot. If you're wishy-washy and you're not like firm and you're not like, yes, I need this, I want this. This is okay. I'm already like now my wall or my door is kind of closing on you. So because the door is open until you give me a reason to kind of close it on you before I ever invite you to continue to keep coming through the door, right? If you're negative, if you are, if you're telling me right now, like, all right, how much, like if somebody says to me like, well, all right, I'm only getting into this if I can make 100,000 my first year or whatever. If I still tell you that is probably not going to happen, it could, but it's probably not going to happen. You have to have realistic financial goals here, and you have to understand that. Like, there's a lot of pushback. It's mostly an energy thing. I mean, I can't really explain it any other better way than that. But if you are just like really, you're coming at me with like digs or questions that are really worded and I just get a weird vibe from that.
Right.
You're not, the culture of this is everything, right? So if you can't protect your family, I mean, think about like somebody on the street. Are you going to open your door to let a stranger who knocks on the door come on in? Or are you going to like qualify that person to say, you may come into my home, you can be around my family? You're not letting anybody in there. So why wouldn't you treat your business like that? In a business like this, you have to, because one bad sell, one diseased kink in the chain can really mess things up. So you got to be strategic, and you got to be smart, and you just like you wouldn't let a stranger into your home.
Right.
You have to think of it like that. And then once they're in the business with me, they're not getting my time. In the beginning, I like to give people a lot of my time. But if you are a constant negative Nancy and you are saying, this doesn't work and this is why it's not going to work for me, even after I have told you over and over again, like are you doing this? Instead of complaining, ask me questions. Let's talk about it. Let's see where the issue is. Like, can I help you? And you're just doing nothing but constantly trying to call me just to complain. You're not going to get my time much more than that. It's probably going to be until you can start to show me that you're trying and doing the systems that we have that are in place for success. Like, you can't get away with that. not network marketing, not in this industry, not with me. So, those are my answers.
Those are your deal breakers. I love them. Those are good. I agree. Yeah. I agree. Like I don't suffer unwarranted criticism easily. Like if somebody's like, this is just one of those things. Like, all right, cool, man, we're done. Like that's it. Like, I'm never bringing it up again.
If in the beginning of a conversation, if somebody says, "Oh, is it like a pyramid thing or whatever?"
Yeah, if it's an honest question,
that's okay. Yeah. Right.
But if they're just being a dick, forget it. I'm not going to waste my time.
Bye.
Yeah, I don't have. Well, I'm too old for that.
And that comes, I think, with confidence, though, because you've had great experience. I've had experience. Somebody new would be like, oh, God, I just want to grow this thing and build so bad. But, like, I would encourage anyone watching this who's in that situation, like, love yourself and love your business a little more, to have the patience that you got to see it through and build it the correct way. And not everyone deserves your time, and not everybody deserves the opportunity that you have, because if it is as great and grand as you believe that it is, you're not going to just – that would be like crazy. That'd be like, like Walt Disney saying anyone can work in my parks, when in reality that place is like Happy Pills. And it's like, you have to go through like 7 different interviews. Forget being one of the characters. I've asked this because I thought I could be a princess. And, the last 7 times I've been there, I thought I could maybe get a job in the park. And I did not realize how grueling that process is. Not to mention I don't live in Florida, but little side
details.
Minor detail. But but that's serious, right? Like if you love and you guard what you have, you are not going to open the doors and just say, everybody come on in. And so with this business, it's not get rich quick. This is get rich long term. This is build wealth long term. That does not mean next year, 1 year, 2 year, 3. That could be year 5. That could be year 7. But who the hell cares if you're growing something that gigantic?
Right.
Like, do it the right way. Don't do this thing wrong, because it's not worth it.
That's the thing. That's the thing that is always a warning sign for me is, so many people are like, oh, I don't want to do one of those get rich quick schemes.
Great,
me
neither.
Me either. But a lot of times they're also the first ones who are like, well, I didn't get, results in my first 6 months. So, this thing doesn't work.
It blows my mind that like somebody could be in a job for 40 years that they hate, that they never even get like a bonus or a raise once, and they'll stay there. But then they don't make like $10,000 in 6 months. And they're like, oh, I knew it didn't work. Like, are you kidding me? Do you hear yourself? Do you hear how ridiculous that is? It's insane. It's mind blowing. But people, you're always going to get people like that. And that's okay. Because it helps us weed out those that are legit and in it for the long haul, that are actual business owners. Business owners understand, like if you're a McDonald's franchisee owner, you understand you're not seeing a penny of that 1.5 million in at least 5 years, right? Like very rarely. In 3 years, if you're lucky. Okay. But like really, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Okay. And you don't see it back.
Yeah. And then McDonald's has the right to just, take the franchise back from you when it is profitable. So, you're screwed. You're screwed long term.
Exactly. I don't know. This is like the craziest. If you really, really think of the concept of network marketing, especially if you have a killer, like if you really have an amazing company, like fortunately we do, it's ridiculous. It's like silly. It makes you laugh. Like, this is stupid how crazy amazing this is, that if everybody knew what we knew, they'd run through a brick wall. And I mean, it sounds so cheesy, like to say stuff like that. And I always avoid that, but that's really true. I mean, if you really could see the numbers and see like, all right, what it really looks like in front of your eyes, you'd be like, what idiot would say no? What person would say no?
Right.
And I said this on a live earlier too. It's like, at the end of the day, like, do you know how much money you piss away on the stupidest things all the time? At the worst case scenario, you get some products that you use, that you love, and you don't make multi-millions of dollars, but you spend more at Target buying the dumbest, stupid things.
Right.
And it's like, guys, really, you're gonna try and compare that? Oh, like I'm gonna lose. No, stop. I can't. I just can't.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm 100% with you. I find another industry where you can own a business that has this kind of profit, this kind of security, this kind of longevity for $3,000 to $5,000 a year. I mean, like you can't. You just can't. Like the investment is ridiculous. It's so brilliant, and it's so misunderstood. And it's so badly represented by so many people, which is a big problem. Which is why I'm so thankful for you, Overcome Nation, and all of our team that are out there actually like working so hard to help clean up this industry. Give it the shine the star back up, so that when people go, oh, network marketing, that's amazing.
I know, it's so good. It's so good. I know. And now everybody, Overcome Nation, overcomenation.com, anybody who's listening to this, I mean, it's almost, I'm working on it so hard and with my partner, and it's awesome, man. It's so awesome working with you, and just like leveling everybody up. And this 98%, listen, I got nothing against the 98%ers. They love the products that they're consuming, or the services, products, whatever that they're all about. And then the 1% and 2%, to the fact that we get to be a part of that and help build that and elevate that. I mean, together as a collaborative, team, it's just so awesome. So I'm grateful for you. Like I said earlier, I'm grateful.
It's all about gratitude. Let's bring it full circle. Absolutely.
Yes.
All right. Awesome, Jen. Thank you so much. You are the best.
Totally.
I'll give you a call tomorrow. I can't wait to give you more good news. Thank you so much. Talk to you later.
Awesome. You got it. Bye.
See ya.